Alright, I think, let me check here, properties. So it's gonna get my computer audio. And then mic, video capture device is right up there. I just put a light on me so I'm at least halfway visible. Alright, I think I'm all here. Alright, hey guys, this is Sharp Z, and welcome to the second episode of I Did. So, for those of you who are joining for the first time, first off, this is a weird time to first show up on my channel, so congratulations. Second off, so what are we doing here? Welcome to the second part of the game I made in a jam a few weeks ago. Supermarket was what it was called. I'm probably going to rename that at some point. But for right now, we're going to start the challenge. So the challenge here is going to be the same it was the last time. Let me see if I got my phone. Yes, I do. So, since we're going to... last time it was try to make a game by midnight. This time, it's just try to get a list of tasks done, and we have to make the tasks and do everything within the first 30. We have to make the tasks within the first 30 minutes, so officially the challenge part of this is going to start around, let's say, to make it even. Oh, hey Blossom. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey. 5:30. So, at 5:30 we start the actual challenge, but for now, let's set our goals. So, I'm going to explain how this works, and then we'll get into it when it hits 5:30. So, these are a list of challenges that I have thrown on here that I have to continue to make the game while these are going. So, this is going to be an interesting set of stuff that's going to happen. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and X that one out. But for Jam Part 2, let's start by making our goals. So first, I want to improve movement. Since this is probably going to be one of the longer ones, let's I'm essentially gamifying making games. Dear Lord, what is this level of meta commentary I've accidentally done? Anyway, improving movement is the obvious one. I would say improve enemy AI. I went ahead and I did remove music that I had playing in the game just so it wouldn't get annoying, because I'm fine with that when testing, but you will find yourself getting annoyed very easily if you put music within your game. Let's see here. Improve movement, improve enemy. Shoot, what was I going to put over here? Oh yeah, I want to add power-ups. So, the ones I had the ideas for, I'm not gonna be able to start going into them too much right now because I want to do them later. But I want to do at least one projectile. Oh yeah, improved movement. Let's go ahead and add what I want to do under there too. So I want to add in hard and soft turning. So here's the thing with the cart, it's designed to still have infinite movement. I can't even open the game until 5:30. That's just part of how this works. So we have like 20 minutes where just, if I had an editor, I would feel very sorry for them right now, because it would essentially just be, hey, Sharp Z, you're doing nothing for the first like 30 minutes of this stream. What do you expect me to make usable out of this? And I would just have to turn them and be like, there's nothing usable here. I want to add a projectile. There was one that I had an idea that we are going to take a cue from Light Bike. So if you are not familiar with what Light Bike is, I want to say that's what it's called. Either that or Tron video game. Is Tron the movie the original, or is the video game the original? No, it's not Tron. Light Cycle. But yeah, I think everyone knows that these are essentially like, you know, God, those look like they're from Akira. But anyway, with light cycles, the whole idea of like you're going around and you turn and it creates a light behind you, I kind of want to put those in. And then the other one that immediately came to mind, and I can't exactly tell you why, it just kind of did. I want to add in one more. Like, I want to do some, excuse me, I know I want at least one more power-up, but I can't think off the top of my head. Because I know, like, Mario Kart, there was, like, the fire flower, boomerang flower kind of thing, where it's like, oh, you're chucking stuff like projectiles and all that. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I kind of want to do more than that, because my idea with Supermarket is it's, and I'm leaning toward, I know Choplifter is already a name. Let me see if I search Chopping Mall? Oh, yeah, that was the old horror movie. Sure, Chopping Cart. Okay, yeah, we can use that. I need to find a way to just get a generic shopping cart. But yeah, we need some way to get these too. I also want to make change lives system. So my idea for what this game is going to become, because I know originally it was just going to be a top-down little like racing arcadey game, but hear me out. I want to keep the arcadey, but what if we made it like Mario Kart Battle Mode, where it's just essentially a whole bunch of small shopping carts in like a shopping center? Because then we can easily just say, oh yeah, this map is a shopping mall. This map right here is like a Walmart or Target. This map is essentially, you know, like we can just essentially take inspiration from like actual chain brands and make a generic, you know, licensing free version of it. And I think it would be, that, and it's just a stupid enough idea that I kind of love it. But I like the idea that popped into my head was the shopping cart is essentially going to be a mix between a drone and a shopping cart. Oh god, I'm gonna regret googling this. Cute site. Let's see here. Cute drones. That is terrifying. What in the world is this? I don't know why that puts the fear of God in me as much as it does. What is that thing? Oh, murder drones. Okay, yeah, that's from the show. Since I'm just thinking about it in the back of my head, I do want to mention it's kind of crazy how YouTube animation has gone from like just absolutely crazy memeable stuff to you have stuff like I know there's like Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss both got pretty big. Lackadaisy was one that someone actually recommended to me, and I had not thought of watching it, and I finally watched it, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, YouTube animation's in a pretty good place. Murder Drones was phenomenal. I don't know how to put it other than it gives me like Nier Automata vibes. I think it's a lot of the same voice actors as Ruby too. I want to say that might just be my memory acting weird. But we got some time. Yeah, we got a good 14 minutes. Yeah, but I want that hard and soft turning option in there. And here's the thing, if it was on console, we could easily say either a button modifier or some kind of button press, but controller support we are not going to add in to this game just as is right now, because I really don't feel like I want to throw that in there just yet. I want to make a good foundation. Prove enemy AI. We're going to kind of make this one a stretch goal, but remove. Change targeting system. See, here's the thing. I do have it essentially drawing a line and then saying, oh, if I see the character, I'm going to do something. But yeah, so let's go ahead and we have 34 entries in here. Now, some of these I'm going to go, I think, are fairly self-explanatory. Goose Virus. I'm just going to go through some of the new ones, I guess. Goose Virus there is a virus based off of Untitled Goose Game, which how to remove Goose Virus. I might need that later. Monitor. On Windows. I'm gonna need to actually Control-Alt-Delete it. That is hilarious. Alright, but Goose Virus is one of the funniest ones on here. And what I'm gonna do is some of these are challenges you need to do. Some of these are, just weird distractions. So, like, I think, like, Owen Wilson, wow, papertoilet.com, timed math test, 2 minutes and nothing, findtheinvisiblecow.com. A lot of these are just stupid, useless website challenges. The Jim Davis one is actually an inside joke, but it's probably my favorite one. And I've actually watched through, okay, so I don't want to spoil what it is, but it did happen last one, and I was very happy about that. Inspirobot's in the same boat. Mario Mask is in the same... Well, actually, that I have right here. I think my gloves are in the other room, so we'll need to walk over and grab those. I have a few that I had to cut, just because time constraints and stuff like that. Yeah, no coding an engine means I have to do all my stuff in a Google Doc and then like copy paste it over if I really want it in there. Strobe illusion, that one I'm going to go ahead and give visual warnings for when I do it, and I'll probably move it over to another screen or just like pause the visual because I don't want to give anyone a epileptic seizure. YouTube hopping is an old kind of, I guess, it's a fan kind of thing where it's essentially you try to get from one video to another, and we'll use a random movie generator for that. Actually, to make this more interesting, we are going to... Okay, we're going to go to random word generator. Actually, okay, so since it still takes place in, like, a grocery store, give me a second. Random food generator. Why do I have to verify I'm human? Why do I have to verify randomer IO? Verifying. I don't like this. Name generator, food generator, here we go. Like to generate. Yeah, we're just gonna go starters and see, because I think... Oh, shoot, this is like actual food. Fruit generator. That might be... Random fruit, so we have a clementine, honeydew, pear, tomato, dates, passion fruit. So if I hit this again, is it gonna... Guava. Alright, so I'm gonna pick a number in my head. I'm gonna go with whatever. It generates 6. Okay. Let's have it generate 1, actually. That makes this easier. Return. And then rerun. Watermelon, lemon, fruits, ice cream recipes. Wait, okay, let's do that. If we do just random food, monkfish, really? Wow, this thing is kind of random. Grapefruit, kiwi, kumquat. Okay, I'm just gonna pick a random one out of the next one. If there's a weird enough one to do... Wait, Satsuma? I have never heard of that. I don't know, I like to just throw... They are Japanese mandarins. Actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. So I'm just gonna search exotic fruit. I like how I would love for someone to just make this their first stream and they just come in and they're like, "What is this guy doing?" And it's just me searching exotic fruit on the internet. Pink glow pineapples. Oh, violas, Asian pears. Okay, let's go with Spoon University's thing here. The chom chom. Okay, I've heard of durians. Mangosteen, longan. That looks like an onion. Parmesan. Okay, we still have like 4 minutes. Excuse me, 6. Jackfruit. Dragon fruit, starfruit, passion, pomelo, guava, kumquat, tamarind. I kind of like that stupid looking water apple. So there's the Thai wax apple, bellfruit, and rose apple. The water apple is actually a berry. Because I want to put something just absolutely weird in there. Wait. Oh gosh. I wonder what's going to happen if I search ugliest fruit. Ugliest fruit. Oh no. 13 ugly fruits and vegetables. Eggplant. Oh, come on. turmeric, kiwi. What is this? Kellogg Garden Products. Passion fruit, jackfruit. Buddha's hand, also called fingered citron. See, I don't know. I'm just looking at like pictures of fruit because I don't know what else I can do before I start. That, and there will be scheduled meal breaks because I am doing this unionized. I am kidding. I don't have a union. It's just me here. If there was a union at a business where there was just me, I would be very concerned. Honeydew, Stardew, plum. That is one nice looking plum. Apricot, blueberry. Never mind. I was gonna say let's try to make like one of the power-ups a random fruit, but I just can't see myself doing that right now. Like I'm just not in the, you know, I'm in the experimental mood, but not that experimental. So I'm gonna explain how this works. There's challenges here. If I complete the challenge on my first try, so I can either say no, spin again. Excuse me, I can't say no. I can either I take the challenge. If I succeed, I can just kind of like continue on. If I fail, I have to spin the wheel and grab another 2 of these. Last time we had about 30 minutes, and this we're going to do them for about 30, and I think about 30 works fine here too. But here's some of the funnier ones. Checkbox Olympics. I am terrible at that one. Find the Invisible Cow is the most annoying website you guys will ever see in one of my videos. This Jim Davis video is the best thing I've ever found. Hoodamath Escape Room. We have to beat a Hoodamath Escape Room within... I want to set the time limit for these challenges for, let's just say, 5 minutes. I need to do a YouTube stream where I just try to speedrun Hoodamath Escape Rooms. Like, I don't know why that's been in my... no coding an engine. Trackpad only is the bane of my existence because I have to use this dinky little thing. But, like, yeah, see, like, if you... I did not intend to do that, but I will go ahead and just respin. But yeah, this wheel, timed math test, 2 minutes of nothing is going to be the worst challenge that we have to do on here. Because it's just 2 minutes where you sit and look at the screen. I'm gonna get like 5 or... Because, okay, so here's the thing. If you... I like the idea of like, if you fail... How about this? We could do, to a reasonable extent, some of these can stack. Or if I fail a challenge, I have to add one more to it. Because here's the issue. If we spin the wheel for challenge and it just keeps hitting challenges, because I think a good, I want to say 20% of the, 20 to 50% are challenges. Duolingo, I have to go on to Duolingo and complete a language course in any language. I'm taking Japanese personally, but it's like I feel like it would be funny to see someone who knows nothing about like Korean or Yiddish trying to learn like Korean or Yiddish. Alright, here we go. Stop. And I'm gonna make sure I have an alarm set for 6. Here we go. I'm just gonna spin until I get something that's an actual physical challenge. You know? It just really wants me to do that time math test, and I'm telling you right now, just give me an actual... I regret saying everything I've ever said, because now I have to switch... Okay, so essentially what hand switch is, it's this. I'm going to have to type backwards and use my mouse. Like, it's very similar to... there's one challenge where I switch the side that my mouse is on. Actually, that might not be the worst idea if I'm doing this. Alright, okay, put my right hand under and then use my left hand... You know what? This kind of feels like cheating. Yeah, we're just gonna say I have to use... Because I'm gonna have to cross my arms and use my non-dominant hand for stuff. Oh, gosh. So, I use a trackball. I did not expect using a trackball with my left hand to be this dumb of an idea. This is torture. Like, okay, I'm gonna put the camera down just a tad, just so you guys can see, like, this is what I'm working with. Like, this is me trying to use my left hand, and I'm, like, kind of looking over at my other monitor from time to time to check if, you know, like, anyone's in the chat or anything. This is hell. This is literal hell. Why did I... Anyway, go ahead and... I think I just forgot to remove this. Oh gosh, this feels so wrong. Wait, I did remove it from the wheel, right? Shit. No, that's not what I meant to do. No, that... I am being serious when I say never switch your hands that you're trying to use on the computer, because this is literally the worst thing I've ever had to do for this. I thought hand switch was going to be like a fairly easy one. No, like the moment I started this, I'm like, this is terrible. Why would I do this to myself? So we're gonna go ahead and take hand switch off. Voice type, actually, yeah, I need to take another one off. So I don't actually have a voice type program set up right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off too. But, like reverse mouse side, that would actually be the perfect combination with this, because then, with reverse mouse side, it's like I'm usually leaning back in my chair to grab it anyway, and if it's on the other side, I can just justify and be like, oh, it's already over there, and my right hand's already over there, so... You know, I used to think that left-handed people complained way too much about how stuff is not made for them. And now I just want to say I'm sorry. I understand it now. Like, this is... Alright. Let's, Can I even play it with my... Oh, yeah, I'm still playing with my right hand. Shoot. So let's see what we got here. I think our controls, I would say, are about fine. Because I like this control scheme, and then it's space to break. Yeah, because this one's like a decent amount of... See, I feel like I'm just at least partially stalling, because this is literally the worst thing I've ever had to do. I am only 5 minutes in, and I already hate the fact that I decided to do this. Shoot, does that count as cheating? I just moved my arm over to... Alright. Let's try to get some stuff in here. So, game start, no. Even navigating is hard like this. This is going to be 30 minutes where nothing gets done. Oh, collectible. Alright, you know what? Let's go into our... I want to say this code window right here. Player ST neutral. Alright. Well, for one thing, I kind of feel like... I know this sounds odd for the for like anyone watching, but this game feels slow. So if I just cap it out at, you start at 10, I'll go into step here. Players ST neutral GML if speed is greater than 15. So that increases our max speed by about 5, and I think that's not the biggest difference. Oh dear lord. Oh dear lord, yeah, that feels better. Alright, and we need to add a hard turn, so... Well, actually, don't we already kind of have that in the form of the... This is going to be really weird to control. But, like a... Wait, actually, you know what I could do? If key left, key right... We can... I figured out the other day, there's something in here called hspeed. So hspeed equals... Let's go with 10 and see what that does. So if we hit key left, it should put us horizontally going at a speed of 10. Negative 0.5, and then key right, direction, hspeed. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely abysmal. hspeed. Oh god, I hate the fact that how do I think of these things? hspeed equals 0.5. Because if we add a slight bit to the turn, the only issue that makes is that, like... Oh, okay. And then if... Actually, there's an easier way to do this. I'm gonna do... Alright, so it'll be direction equals key left minus key right. So I need to close these brackets really quickly. Direction equals... I hate this. I really hate this. This is the worst thing I've ever done to myself. How many minutes are we into this? It has been 10 minutes. It has been 10. Okay, I'm just going to give a piece of advice to anyone else who wants to do this. Do not make crossing your hands one of them, because this is the kind of thing that I feel like you would see in like one of those classes where they're like, now try to do this. This is a psychological experiment. This is an experiment. This is torture. That's what I'm doing to myself right now. Alright, so equals direction plus five times key right minus key left. Plus 5. There should be a... There we go. I'm literally doing my one-handed typing stuff because that is the easier way to do it. We need to make this turning a little looser too. Because here's the thing. Alright, so if our top speed... Hear me out. If we can make turn speed a variable. So let's say by default, turn SP equals 0. But we're gonna say, right here we're gonna go times we're gonna do another one over here. I think this will be the best way to do it. It's direction plus two divided by speed. Speed divided by 2. Divided by 2, shift, there. So all of it should multiply now. Let's go over 2. Let's say, yeah, divide by 3. Actually, 1 plus speed divided by 3. Because that way, if it's 0, we still have some turning, but it's going to be very slow. See, what we need to do is we somehow need to... Is there any way to store directions? Because that might be the best way to do this, weirdly enough. Hear me out. If we store directions, what we can get it to do... Oh yeah, because I can just save it as a variable and then have it say, okay, if it notices that you are braking, it will... Because, you know, here's the thing. I want to go with arcadey controls. And the issue is, like, I know scientifically shopping carts I don't think can drift. But I like the idea of, like, if you break that, and let's do something. If key break, if speed minus 0.25. 2.5. Excuse me. 0.25. Up. Yeah, so that's about as slow as we want it to be. And I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go into the room here, and I am going to just remove this guy so we can kind of just test the controls without having to worry about well, yeah, because then, like, if you have to pause to readjust yourself, it's a bigger risk. Because I want people to be going fast in this game. I was about to say, I think I figured something out. So if I think I've just found my own tech for my game that I might patch this out, but if you hold the brake, it will very slowly let you build up momentum. Because, like, look at that. That's actually fairly solid. Because I'm controlling this with just 2 buttons. Because, like, it's a shopping cart, you know? Like, shopping carts, you don't have a wide turn radius. And if you stop, you just turn slower. Just kind of naturally. Because it's, like, it's very... When you're going a little quicker, it's easier to turn a shopping cart than it is when you're slower. See, I like the idea of, because here's the thing. Wait, I do have one thing I could do. This is going to sound weird, but if I go onto the sprite here, and rather than putting it in the center, I'm gonna just drag this over to, like, right here. Yeah, that actually looks and feels a whole lot better. Just because it's like, with shopping carts, your front wheels turn, not your back. Actually, it should probably be at the back end, now that I think about it. Because it's like... Well, I don't know. It's like... Let me check that really quickly. So if I go to, like, right over here and I move it toward, like, left center. Because here's the thing. This doesn't rescale. So as long as we just have... Yeah, because, like, look at that. That, or maybe if, here, I could do one more thing. So let's go to the rules part. New if key break minus 0.25. Alright, so let's have it do turn SP here. And if key break turn SP equals, let's do something very small. Let's go 0.01. So like a very small one, because it was only going at 1 earlier. Oh, actually, you know what we could have it do? Hear me out. So if we well, I do have some good news. We have 7 more minutes of this. I really love the left and right key one, though. That is probably my favorite, is, like... So, that makes it a whole lot easier, because then, if we want to make a change to the right direction, it changes the left automatically. Keyboard key break press keyboard check. So hear me out. Pressed. Pre-pressed. So if we check if the keyboard is pressed, yeah, the image angle equals the direction, which makes sense. Actually, what if we cut this code? So key, I want to say you don't need to put an if, but it's a key break press. Yeah, no, I didn't need to put an F. So if key break press, direction, equals stored so what we're going to essentially have it do is it's going to store a direction that is going to wait, how much time do we have? 3 minutes. I am not going to stack this one with anything else. I literally just want this to be over. But if the stored direction because essentially what I wanted to do is when you press the brake, I like the idea of you can store a and then we're going to add one for release too, because I do like to have the option for a few of my keybinds to check if you press the key, if you are holding it, or if you release it. I know that kind of sounds a little odd, but it's something that you don't really think about a lot with games. That is kind of an issue of like, if you want to do something like an attack that charges up, usually what I do is I have it check if the player presses it, and then it has a maybe 1 to 2 frame window where it says where it's going to check if that key is released, and if it's not released within that window, then it jumps to different code. But just trying to think what we could do, because I like the idea of I want to redo the turning. We could make shift the essentially a power turn key where it multiplies like your direction by like 15 or something, so it's like it's going to cause you to do like essentially it's going to be your donut button for thank God, finally. Okay, let me go ahead and you've got to be kidding me. 2 typing ones back to back, ladies and gentlemen. What is this? No, seriously, I will be right back. I need to grab my stuff for this. love you, Blossom. If you look in the background, you can actually see she is right there, right next to the other tripod in my room. I want to say you can see her. Yeah, you can. All right, just barely. I tend to cover her. Gloves. These are not as big of a handicap as the other one, and I'm used to the goofy gloves. I just make more mistakes while I'm using them. So, let's just go turn SP equals 5. Step code. Yeah, because it essentially tells you, oh, this is your state you're going to start out at, and then clear stnut. If key reset, script execute state. Player's neutral, alright. If key break. Key break. Alright, so it's going to be when your player ST neutral here. So, if key break, let's remove the one plus there. Speed divided by 3. So if you have the break key activated, here. Store. Wait, let's turn SP to 0 actually, because I don't need to have a separate variable for controlling that. I think I can just go. And then turn SP. Well, actually, yeah, no. What we need to do is we need to tell it not to turn. If there is no key break, direction. X. Turn SP equals speed divided by 3. Oh, it's just storing it. And then we're just going to say else. Actually, you know what? What if we tell it to animate it a step afterward? It's just the else your turn. Equals, so it goes up to about 15. Oh gosh, what if we went the other way around? Well, it goes up to about 5. What if we said that if you are braking, it goes to like 8? So then if you were to tap the brakes, minus 0.25. Yeah, that will work. Let's lock it at around 2. So that way it's like if you were turning, see here, did I ever set a timer? Oh yeah, 6:30. Sorry, I'm taking the gloves off to set a timer for 6:30. Then we're gonna have another one at 7:30, and then I think I might take a break. Turn SP equals 2. Yeah. Because I really need to get these controls under, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Alright, yeah, let's edit the image angle equals direction. Control X. Actually, what we could do, okay, so obviously 5 is the biggest turn SP we have, right? By 3 else turn SP equals 0, and then let's do a 5 minus turn SP. Yeah, because if we do a thing where it's like, because usually the faster it should be. Wait a minute, it's the fact that it's turning like on the fly. I think 5 might still be. Alright, image angle equals direction. Copy, and I'm gonna do something here. Go into our objects, and I'm going to just do one simple thing. We go into the player, end of step. So now it's going to check and do that after everything else is done. It does that. It's like, I don't want there to be too much of a delay, because that... Wait, you know what we could do? And this is going to sound weird. So, if we break that else 3, and then we do control V that else. We're gonna copy and paste this, but we're gonna go image angle equals image angle plus, add all that plus turn display. If keep break release direction equals image angle. Yeah, so that way you wait 1 second. Okay. I think another part of it's where this is. If I go to the sprite, and let's just it just keeps creating more problems with the controls. So I'm gonna go ahead and middle center. Let's do one more thing here. Angle equal copy. Plus .5. Yeah, because that's like, if the turn SP is not 5, oh, it's let's go ahead and control X and yeah, that way it's gonna only read that if it's and if we go ahead and we tell it, hey, maybe don't. release. Else if no key break image angle equals correction. So let's say I wanted to do a this here. Oh gosh, if we put the speed up to 20, that might actually, because we had it at 12. I weirdly like that more because it's like and then let's just do if speed and if speed is less than 0, speed equals 0. So that way if we that is really, really fun controls, dear lord. Where it's like, okay, watch this, watch this. I can, if I want to, like, drift around here, I have the option. Like, they're not great controls, but I would say they're definitely satisfying. Alright, and let me go ahead and go into my collectibles here. And we're going to create a new object. And we're going to call these... Oh, power up. We have 3 minutes. Similar to the carrot, let's just edit this image and make something very basic. I want this to be a projectile, so let's just make a tomato. There we go. I feel like tomatoes aren't that hard to just do one very quickly, so. And I'm just gonna add a tiny little bit of shading. You know, like, this isn't going to be what the final one looks like, obviously. Just like some. Right here. If any pixel artists watch this, I'm sorry for what I have done. Because I know this probably looks terrible. But that's like, you know, that's like a fairly obvious tomato. So if we go to O power up, yeah, because it's designed to be played like this. So I like, let's do, for starters, I need to go ahead and actually add one into the room. Then I'm going to need to make this map a whole lot bigger to accommodate for speed, because I like it at about the speed, it's just the map's too small. Alright, stop. And we got another one. Please just be a challenge. Alright, quick draw. Thank God. So, in order to make this a little more interesting, we're going to go quick draw. And I can get this rest of this. Okay, let's draw.
I see bench, or square, or postcard, or blueberry. I see hospital, or toaster. I see ambulance, or paint can, or dresser. Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
Alright, we have to get at least 5 of these. Okay, bottle cap.
I see circle, or potato, or moon, or cookie, or baseball. I see sun, or wheel, or bracelet. I see shrimp, or stitches, or swimming pool. Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
Oh God.
I see trumpet, or banana. I see heart, or teapot, or frog, or cactus, or duck. Oh, I know, it's kangaroo.
Ah, thank God. Okay.
I see toothbrush. Or shoe. Oh, I know, it's steak.
That was quick.
I see circle. Oh, I know, it's donut.
Alright. Carrot.
I see squiggle. Or stairs. Or steak. Or brain. Oh, I know, it's carrot.
Alright. Double or nothing.
I see line. Or square. Or dishwasher. Or picture frame. Oh, I know, it's cell phone.
Bandage.
I see shoe. Or pond. Or swimming pool. Oh, I know, it's bandage.
Spreadsheet.
I see boomerang.
What?
Or underwear. Or gift. Oh, I know, it's spreadsheet.
Oh, this one I'm not gonna get.
I see mountain. Or zigzag. Or leaf. Or rainbow. Or dragon. I see eagle. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
Alright, axe.
I see line. Or marker. Or hockey stick. Oh, I know, it's axe.
Airplane, alright.
I see line. Or spoon. Or pond. Or frying pan. Or anvil. I see hot dog.
What?
Or helicopter. Or diving board. Or speedboat. I see dragon. Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
So, looks like we have to roll again. This is not a good idea. So, for those of you at home, psychiatry sit is when you sit on a chair like this. I think I can just... Help? Oh no. There we go. So, remove. And since we did a double or nothing, I'm gonna go ahead and spin again, and please do not be the mouse, because if it's the mouse, I'm just gonna drop that. Alright. This is the worst stack up I've ever seen, because I am legitimately sitting on my chair the wrong way and wearing a mask where I cannot see. Oh shoot, I'm actually getting a cramp in my leg. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh. Oh dear God. Sorry, I don't feel so. Oh God. Stop. Oh God. Shoot. I'm having connection issues?